that no one could save. A shelter, a whole act, a light that died with the night. You and I, we got our differences. Yet I thought we were more alike than unlike. Months of rain and chest pain. What's the plan? Heavy breathing, stay insane. Grab my hand. Everything is great inside this narrow maze. We speak, but oh, nothing. We run our separate ways. Do you ever think about me? Or are you busy with someone else? You and I, we got our differences. Yet I thought we were more alike than unlike. Months of rain and chest pain. What's the plan? Heavy breathing, stay insane. Now grab my hand. Everything is great inside this narrow maze. Everything has lost its taste. Months of rain and chest pain. Heavy breathing, stay insane. Now grab my hand. Months of rain and chest pain. Tell me what's the plan?
All right, guys, I think we're ready to roll. Let me get you all a little bit of music here real quick, though. We will do some Planet Zoo soundtrack here. There we go. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Roseburg Tiger Passage. This is by Jonas NK, and he's actually put some little Easter eggs in here, and he wanted to know if I could stop by and check it out real quick before we jump into Suyana. And I'm already thinking this is pretty stinking cool. So let's turn that down just a hair. There we go. Let's jump in here and see what Mr. Jonas has been up to. Amur Tiger. He was kind of on the fence about going and like trying to net this whole thing over. So that is kind of where our implied netting comes from. But I think it worked out better like this because we can look right down into the exhibits. And he said if they ever give us real netting one day, he could go in and, you know, change that or put real netting up. But this, look, they even have the actual passover. This is pretty stinking cool, Jonas. Yes, and pre-aquatic pack. Here's one of our guys hanging out right here. Love the little creek you've given him. Almost like even turned into a little dry bed over here. Yes, and he did not have the fake rocks yet. This is stinking cool. Ooh, nice little tiered foliage bed too. And he's added they've got their support backstage area as well. Look at the little bit of water shooting out of here. That's awesome. This looks like a very, very nice little comfortable place for these tigers to call home. Jonah's like me. I absolutely love these rocks now that I've discovered that little... Like, I first discovered it from Carlos G, but now I couldn't live without them. This side's got a longer ramp. That's cool. Yes. And here's like the main little kind of spine, the main little viewing area. Really, really cool. Oh, we got a bench down here. Sponsored by... Oh, look at this nerd. He got his own bench. That's pretty cool. Oh, got one coming right here. Boy, they really pop up against that mulch, don't they? Animation is just incredible. Hey, James, no, we're actually, we're going to start a lion exhibit tomorrow. Well, you know, I've got the live stream. We'll probably start the Lion Den tomorrow. I've got to take 2 podcasts that we're doing with Lion Rider tomorrow. Big time modder. Really interesting stuff going on with his community. I'll show you some screenshots that he sent me just a little bit ago. Yeah, we are going to... but anyways, yeah, we're going to jump into Bold's Park tomorrow and start on a Lion's Den for her park. More to that. That really looks cool. I love that tiered landscaping here. Then the mulch bed up top. And look at the detail of the little step-down rocks into this little pond. Man, Jonas, this is... I didn't realize it was this big. Like, Jonas has been sending me screenshots and stuff, but I just didn't realize how large of an area this was. This is awesome. Really awesome use of the wood. He's used a lot of wood from the Australia pack. And this was, like he said, this is pre-aquatic pack. Yes, you're officially going to want to look for Gek. Let me make sure I tell you right here. Okay, if you guys want to try this, you're gonna want to look for Rosebruff Tiger Passage. So it's ROSEBROUGH, and if that gives you problems, just look up Jonas NK. So JONAS capital NK. And that will, you should see it. It's right there. One of his 2 items on there. So really, really awesome. The Estan Wolf Tiger Passage. That's awesome. Thank you, buddy. And definitely go on there and subscribe. And check out this Tiger Passage. Because this is freaking cool. If I do say so myself. Let me check the inside real quick too. Just take a quick peek. Oh, he actually did the interior as well. Nice. It's got the veterinary center down here. Feed and storage. Holding pin 1. Ha! That is freaking sweet. Yeah, thanks, Silver Fox. There's the link, guys. Go download this and let us know what you think. Really, really cool job on this. Hey, Sumi. So, yes, and he said there's also some other little Easter eggs dotted about, so you guys will have to jump on there and look and see what you can find. That is cool. Big shout out to Jonas NK. All right, guys, so you know what we need to do. We need to go into Suyana, and we need to do some cleaning up. Oh, yeah, well, you'll have to check the tigers' names when you guys download it. That's probably with some of the Easter eggs as well. Yeah, but anyways, we have to get Suyana kind of cleaned up. I don't even know if we're going to take on any big projects tonight, like the crocodiles and stuff like we had talked about, just because I don't want to get that involved with getting ready to pass it over to Eben. So he's about to go on break, and he's going to have the park for a little while. So we will have to get in some other streams. We'll probably do some more. We'll jump back into Cyberpunk. We'll do probably tomorrow. We're going to step into Bold's zoo and start on her lion exhibit. See how that goes. I don't know if I'll get to stream Wednesday, but then Thursday, Friday, we should be back at it and see what we can make happen for her. And then going into the weekend, remember tomorrow we've got the Take Two podcast with Lion Rider tomorrow evening at 6. So probably when we finish up with that, I'll do a little stream with you guys. I don't know what we'll get into. Like I said, maybe some Cyberpunk. maybe just some one-off Planet Zoo builds, but we'll figure something to get into. And then Mike Sheets wants to jump back on with Drew and I to do another Take Two podcast because he said, I've got so many more things I need to talk about. Let's get me back on. And so, yeah, we are definitely going to jump back on with Mike and kind of see what old Mike Sheets has to say. So yeah, Suyana is about to be Eben's project. Look, I already messed up. Eben's. What I did was, though, I have taken out the Caymans, drained that pool, and we've got construction walls up. So I don't know what Eben will be messing with, but I just took this out because I knew we were going to be changing that at some point. Coming down through. Oh yeah, let me show you all the entrance. I've got some more. I brought in some blueprints here. Check it out. I brought in this really cool stacked flower pot. Let's just make sure. Let me see who that is by. The stacked flower pots. Here it is. It is Senga's. So Senga's Workshop, Senga. You can come and check this out, and I just thought it was perfect. I've actually put it in the park a couple different places, but I just thought that fit well with the whole like Suyana jungly vibe. And then I think this makes it look like almost like a really cool roundabout here, like right at the entrance of the park. I brought in this flower mural, and it is by Lives, Liv. So definitely check out the flower murals if you're in need for some, just like some path enhancements. And I think that really just kind of, what I was needing to do was break up so much of this one path. And I think it just fits really, really well. I've got a little private event going on here. So somebody has I figured in the zoo, you could rent this house as conference space or like a private party or weddings. You know how some zoos you can get married in them. So I've got the little fencing up here because they're kind of waiting for the guests to get there, when the zoo closes, and waiting for a private event to start. Martin, that is true. I was thinking about that too. I sent a screenshot to Drew, and I think he mentioned that, and he's like, dude, you could just leave that there as just theming. An exhibit is under construction there, but nothing's really started moving or happening yet. So yeah, we could do that. Hey, Simply Savannah. Yes, we're kind of trying to tie up some loose ends to get ready to hand the park over to Eben later on tonight. So once we get out of Suyana, I'm literally going to just save it, hand it over to him. I'm going to send him the link, and he can have at it, and we will keep our hands off of Suyana for, I don't know, maybe a week, could be 2 weeks. But yeah, Martin had a good idea, Savannah. This is remember I had we had the crocodiles in here, took them out, put the dwarf caimans in here, took them out, and I drained the pool and just kind of removed everything from the exhibit. And now it's just I just put these construction walls up because he's about to take it over. And this is just a boarded off, non-finished exhibit. But Martin and them were saying, it's kind of like a non-consequential piece of land here. We could just leave this permanent as just construction work going on within Suyana. So the other thing about Eben taking over is I have absolutely no clue what he's going to try. He hasn't said anything. It's just going to be completely, I told him to surprise me. So I really have no clue. And that's the thing, at the end of that live stream when we were talking in Discord after it was over and after we disconnected with you guys, before he got off, he said, he has an idea. So I'm thinking he's watched some of the episodes. He kind of knows how Suyana is laid out and kind of what we've done. And so he's got some kind of idea of something he wants to start. So that's really cool that just thinking like, what has he been watching that he thinks I need to try that there, or he needs to do this here. So that's going to be really, really fun. Any of you guys that are new, this is my Simply Savannah inspired elephant restaurant here. We still got to come up with some. Look, she's in here watching. We still got to come up with some good like Nordic names for our elephants too. Maybe, but when Eben gives the park file back, we'll get in here and we'll name some of them. But this has just been a really, really fun project that absolutely would not have happened without Savannah. I wasn't even thinking of. We were thinking of trying to spruce up the elephant exhibit, but I don't think we would have necessarily probably taken it this far if we didn't have Savannah's concept art that she found to go off of, that we kind of branched out with the whole restaurant idea with. So really, really interesting stuff. And I've even removed some trees, kind of like going into the meerkat exhibit here. I kind of wanted it to be a little more open, and you could like even be over here and see the elephants, maybe even pass them by or seeing off in the distance. So remember, there was large amounts of trees right here that kind of blocked that view. And so I kind of just opened it up a little bit. HC, yo! Yeah, like Silver Fox said, this is our little creek that kind of runs through the middle of the African elephant section. They've got a couple different little spots of water. They like hanging out here right now. I don't know if it has something to do with me putting that Jeep there, but they really like standing here now, which is kind of a win-win, because this is where the education shows will happen. It's where the restaurant is, and it's also, it's just like where the main little path is. So if they want to hang out right here, I'm pretty cool with it. Oh yeah, HC, we have a blast with this game. We'll do a little bit of an overview here before we kind of find some stuff to start messing with. This is a newly put together area. This is the Giraffe Valley. So man, Suyana is going through absolutely multi-million dollar expansions right now, isn't it? They must have come into some good donations, some good charity work here, because the Suyana is taking on a lot of changes, and now we're even bringing in Eben. Beyond Drew said he'll come in, and he said he'll come in and try some things when Eben's done. So yeah, we've got some interesting stuff going on. Look at the animation on these guys. I know I keep like harping on that, but it's just so stinking cool. They just have so much personality. Fun area. Added a couple, look, she don't want us to leave. Added in a couple little zebras with them too. They're fun to walk around and kind of mingle in and out of the giraffe. Must be feeding time because they're all running. Excuse me, sir. So yeah. I actually think these little pieces right here, I think this is from one of Gex Gaming's blueprints. That's really like for the orangutans, or like, I want to say that those are from him, but the way he put those together looked really, really cool. That's kind of like some dead brush. So yeah, just to cap that off, that is your whole kind of looking down through there is your just Giraffe Valley area. Really, really fun expansion. Gave them a lot more room as well. Look, guys, I got out one of the little dwarf caimans is over here. I just didn't want to put him in quarantine till we decided what to do. But so he's just kind of over here swimming around. I don't know what we'll do with this, because remember the otters were originally over here. In this area, you're kind of, you know what we should probably do? Let's just start from the beginning instead of like just whipping you all around all over the place. Look, I extended the parking lot a little bit. Brought in Drew's security gate for the backstage stuff. And somebody had some really cool vehicles on the workshop as well. So I picked up this zoo food truck. Kind of will eventually be like taking stuff into the backstage. Had this little work truck too. Really, really cool. And then, of course, the jungle bus dropping people off. So yeah, this is your Suyana entrance area. Brought in another one of Michelle's kind of like stacked South American type builds, and I think it just fits really, really well. It complements the entrance area really well. And so all of this just kind of bounces off each other really nice. You've got the falls over here. Yeah, guys, the link for these trucks, let's see. They are, let me see if I can find them here real quick. Backstage vehicles. You're going to want to look for Peters. So Peteuhr. Peters. And Peter has a bunch of stuff on there. Little backhoes and trailers and really, really cool little set for your backstage needs and any of your vehicle needs. Hey, Holly. Glad you could catch a stream with us again. Thank you, Sumi. So this is the little entrance area. So this is where all the guests have to come through. This is kind of where it all starts. And you come in to the little, almost like our little makeshift Main Street area. You've got this big statue here I put together of kind of like a bunch of different, a lot of the animals that have like the bronze type finish I put in it. So you can either, like when you come here to the main little like decision point here, you can go up that way towards the chimpanzee exhibit, or like I guess what we'll do is we can go off to the right and make our way to the orangutans. And you go under this little tunnel here. And here they are. You know what we should do? We should pull a masked bandit and go into Tidged cam and actually walk around. How do you... Is that actually what you name it? Like, I do not even remember what you actually name. Is it like TED? Is it like that? Or is it Tidged? Or what do you name it to go into Tidged cam again? I literally never do this, but I figure this could be a good little stream to actually do that and give you guys like a little Suyana tour, and the people even tomorrow can go back and watch it. Okay, thank you, Alex. Tidged cam. Okay, here we go. All right, now what do you actually do to walk around like this? Just kind of... Okay, so I'm out of it. Oh, so you just walk with the arrows? Yeah, then, you know, that's true. The look down view, I've heard that zoos are trying to get away from the look down view. Here's our little construction site. We'll go out this way since it ends first. Okay, so you hold shift. That's how masked. That's how you kind of like walk around slow and let go of shift when you're ready to move a little faster. Gotcha. This is pretty cool. I'm usually like flying around overhead. This is kind of coming into, there are no animals over here yet, but this is like a really mysterious jungle floating mountain type area. So we're planning on probably having saltwater crocodiles and stuff here, but I just don't know yet. So yeah, the mountains are kind of towering over you here, really all mysterious. And then eventually we'll have something going on out here. Oh yeah, Silver Fox, that's actually exactly what this is. Then we've got the big waterfall kind of over here and the treehouse village kind of looming in the background. We got to get something out here too eventually. This kind of just dead ends over here. Oh yeah, we've got the otters in. They're kind of over behind the gift shop. Our little construction walls from earlier. Some of our equipment out here. Found those on the workshop too. Yes, they are by the bridge. Yep. The Okapi. This is Woody's aviary right here. So hopefully one day we really get those. And we can really have some like blue macaws in here. Wouldn't that be awesome to kind of see them flying around that little thing? This is just like a little nature trail right here. It all kind of ends at the same place. But I just thought it'd be cool to just have, you know, not really have any creatures or anything out here. It's just like a little open nature trail. Well, you guys are right. That construction wall, it looks good on its own, doesn't it? It just kind of, even knowing nothing's back there. And this kind of brings us to our little stage area. I really wish that Planet Zoo had like shows like this, that the people would actually like fill into the little stadium or the little theater and actually like watch them. Wouldn't that be cool? Like if they actually came in here and like took a seat. We're going up here on stage. And there would be your audience while you're talking about meerkats or there's our chimps. Some of them are boxed up. Not good. And here's our ranger station we worked on. You know, I was thinking that too. It would be cool, like maybe you could work it out to have an education stand. Yeah, that's Stan Wolf, the show. But the our little ranger station just ended up working out perfect right here in this little spot. If you remember before, we just had a set of bathrooms right there. So I think that worked out a little bit better. Let's see if my walls are actually at pretty decent height here. Hey, not too bad. Can see right into the... See if you actually... Can I come over here? Yeah. Oh, I think we're stuck. Let me go around here real quick. Oops, we're stuck. If you come down here, there's probably a better view of them right now. Yeah, they're all out here swimming around. And we kind of fell, but that's okay. Kind of playing over here in the waterfalls. One thing I think we're going to do too, guys, that I've never been 100% satisfied with. I think the Jaguars here are going to go, or I'm either going to revamp this area or actually move them to... move them over to the floating mountain area when we have that a little more developed. Because I've never really been feeling this. I don't like the layout. I don't like the spot that it's in. So I think we're going to move the Jaguars. And we're also going to try to redo the Indian elephant exhibit as well. You know, I was thinking we may even be able to do kind of like Savannah had us try with the African elephant and do something in there that would provide a little more guest interaction. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to, because see, it looks okay. It's just a little plain Jane over here. You know? Like nothing really screams like character and imagination over here, and it's just kind of boring. So I think we can come up with something a little better for these guys. Yep, it's like, you know, Silver Fox, it's like as soon as new DLC packs come out, I start thinking, what can we change in Suyana? Like, what can we add? Like, that's immediately where my brain goes, is Suyana. As soon as a new pack comes out, what can be added? What can we do? This is the little glass section for the little Jaguars. But yeah, like Jonas said, I think moving them over to the floating mountains, they are kind of like a more like mysterious type of creature, you know? So get them over there where it's a little, you know, mysterious. If we make our way past the stage and past the little pygmy hippos, we come over here to the Gariel crossroad. So we can go to the left up towards the giant river otters and the Jeep adventure. But first, we'll kind of make our way over the little Gariel path here and see what these guys are up to. Oh, there's a little one. One of the big ones kind of hiding under that bridge over there. Any of them hiding over here? I like this Tidged cam. This is pretty cool. Ooh, there's a big one. Kind of changed up the bridge on this. Took out some of the trees. Like, yeah, everything in Suyana is subject to an overhaul, typically. This is our little, like, gift shop right here. And that is the station. I'll show you the 4x4. Like the entrance area. So this is like the Jungle Jeep Adventure station. Which we need to work on. Go over here into the gift shop real quick. Oh no, Lone Ranger has the COVID. So this is like our little, one of our main little gift shop areas. Found those cabinets on the workshop too. Really, really awesome job. Yeah, so this is like your big entrance right here to go into the Jungle Jeep area. And this is the back side of the otters. They're down there. See, I told you I was using that. Doesn't that just like scream Suyana right here? I don't know how long the watermelon would last, but we got to get to working on that Jeep ride eventually. Let's go down here a second and see if we see them. Moist Goise. Thank you. Oh, there they are. There they go. Is one boxed up down there? So you can see there's a lot of little nitpicky stuff we got to do, but you know, Suyana's made a lot of good progress, like in the last 2 or 3 weeks since I started streaming, hasn't it? What have I been streaming for, like almost a month now? Maybe a month? See where our little guys are. I see. There goes one. Thought I saw some bubbles. Here they go. Oh, there went one. Naked staff building. Oh, do I have the yeah, don't let me forget that, Holly. We'll check. I may have an otter in a box over there too. We will go we'll go get them out here in a minute. Okay, so we won't go to the penguins from that way. We'll kind of, let's make our way back this way a minute. This is kind of taking you into the realm of the flamingos. Dark side of Suyana. This would give you a pretty good view of the flamingo's little lagoon. I didn't make this wall too high. Got the watchtower up there. Got that off the workshop. These guys are cool. They like fill out the area really nice. Oh, I didn't show you. Here's our rock climbing wall. Kind of got like, you know, a little adventure course over here just to, you know, just break up the exhibits and the foliage a little bit. Glad you guys had that. We'll zoom around here in a few minutes, but I'm glad you brought me into this like Tidged cam view, because I do not come down to this level much. And this can be pretty helpful as far as when I get the park file back, things we need to change and mess with. This is like your big shopping district. Outdoor shopping, little indoor shops, coffee shops. Yes, free S-Stand merch if you can make it to the top of that. Churro shop. Merch shops. Out here is the lion's den. Whoa! She had a big jump. The big boy over there laying down. The lion's den. They got a lot of poop lying around. Oh, Moist, that would be cool too, wouldn't it? Walk around here in VR. Take y'all back to the penguins a minute. Then we got to go unbox the Jaguar. Make sure the otter is not drowning. Poop time. Here's our little noisy guy's interest. All the maintenance guys always look like they're running because they have to like pee or take a poo. Like, doesn't he look like, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go, I don't have time, don't stop me, I gotta go, I gotta go. Like he doesn't want to run, but he really has to get to the bathroom. Don't hit your head on the ceiling here. Here's our little guys. Yeah, the clenched speed walk. Jeans are pretty stiff. Well, we'll give him that. Don't you guys love the diving and the swimming mechanics they gave these guys? That's just so stinking cool. Penguin in a box. Ah! I didn't notice it. It's up here with us. Okay, hopefully somebody will come and get Harry. Bluefin notices absolutely everything. Okay, put him back in there. S-Stan, do you free build your zoos or do you have a plan ahead of time before you build? Absolutely not. We 100% wing it around here. I might go off some concept art and have like some little generic ideas in my head, but no, for the most part, it's just, we just go with the flow. Oh, did he get Harry? You bring Harry back! Hey! Hey! Yeah, he's putting Harry back. What do you guys think of the little underwater section? That was cool, wasn't it? I mean, instead of just leaving that top-down view, I thought it'd be awesome to kind of have a little where you could actually get in here and see them from down here. Yeah, we get near the penguins. Sorry, guys. Here's the guys I love to see. That is some talent. He is staying right there in place. When you learn to show a horse in hand, you have to learn to do the squat like you have to pee jog. See, there's still a lot I have to do, like cover this cave wall. This would be like a place where like zookeepers and stuff go to like check their phones and not be yelled at or take a quick break or a phone call. Just down here all quiet with the seals. I bet you all my seals are up on the land. We'll have to get them back. Let's go over here and look at the polar bear exhibit real quick. So I still have work to do over here. We got to get this wall covered up. We've got to get some foliage added in right here. Polar bears must be inside. Yeah, that's a good point. The Knoxville Zoo actually does mix their giraffes and zebras, as long as there aren't any giraffe babies at the time. So once that happens, like once they let the little giraffe baby kind of go out into the yard, then they separate them through gates. But if there's no babies involved, typically, if you go to Zoo Knoxville, they're in there together. So it's pretty cool. They actually have some donkeys in there with them too. Like you've got like the zebra, some donkeys, and the giraffes. I'm like, don't know where this donkey fits in this, but okay. Let's see, where do I need to take you next? Is it time to go back up in the air yet? Kind of just checking all this stuff. We go over to the elephants real quick. Those things are gorgeous, aren't they? Matter of fact, screenshot time. Sorry, you know I got to do it. Thank you. Calgary has a giraffe, zebra, ostrich all together. You guys like our big elephant tree? That came out pretty cool, didn't it? Just kind of mixing all those South American trees together. Do you all not want to be rude to people in video games? Like, let this little group pass. Pardon me? Oh yeah, remember, I think I have tapirs over in the, they're over near the Indian rhinos. That's just cool. Oh, I gotta go show you all the tiger temple too. See, there it is in the background. Isn't that a cool shot? Kind of pulling you back that way. I don't know where my little aardvarks are. So we still got a lot of work to do here on the inside of the temple, but still I thought it was a pretty cool little spot. Well, it's not just the aardvarks that are RIP. I'm supposed to have 2 giant tortoises over here too. I don't know where they've run off to. Maybe they're in vet care. Oh, we got to go through Carlos G's. We got to go through Carlos G's forest trail, nature trail over here. These guys are so stinking cool. Somebody said, though, we need to get them out of here. This was kind of temporary anyway, and we will get them a little bigger spot because they're awesome. Hey, see you, Savannah. The Paradise Zoo in Belgium, by far the best zoo I've ever been to. No, I haven't. I'll have to check that out. Lone Ranger likes the Okapis. Whoops, I just exited out of Tidged cam. Here are our little pair of Okapis. And they are gorgeous. And I love them. You know, Eben may be doing something with the Okapis. Wait a minute, here's a, hey, come back here. Stop running. Wait, how do you guys spell that again? Tidged cam? Like that? Yeah, there we go. Now we're actually in the exhibit. Let me see if I can get back out of here. Carlos G72 built this for me. You know what? Let's go upstairs, though, and let you all kind of look at it from up here. Kind of how it was meant to be looked at. Look how small that kid is. I don't remember... I mean, I remember little kids in this game, but not that small. I do not know why everybody's running up here. This area just came out so killer. And shaded. I know, so now I'm going to have the likes of Carlos G and Eben will both have had their part in Suyana. See, Bold, there's my little tapirs. Yoluhani. That's dangerous. Indian rhinos. This is kind of like the little entrance area to their section. I can't wait until we get like the white rhinos or the black rhino. Oh, as a matter of fact, let me show you real quick. Let me bounce back here and stop a second. I'm going to show you the dude that we are going to have on the podcast tomorrow. Let me show you his rhino mod that he's done. I'll show you a picture of it. Hold on one sec. Let me go back out to Discord a minute. And I'll plop it up here on stream. And you could even, I mean, you know, it's one of those deals where you have to trade out an animal, but you could trade out the Indian rhino for this guy, or you know whatever you wanted to do. But let me show you what this guy is working on. Image. Okay. Check this out. Is that not killer? And I think he basically took out the Indian rhino, put in this one. So there's that. So yeah, this guy's definitely a pretty serious modder. Pretty cool. So let me delete this guy. I'll show you I believe he's done a beluga whale. He has also done sharks. I'll show you the shark. Let me get that off there. Let me save it. Let me show you the whale next. Like if Lion Rider's capable of this, imagine what Frontier would be capable of. Where is my little guy? Here he is. Check this guy out. Pretty common in aquariums and such. But still, it looks awesome. I don't know what you'd trade out for him, but... Oh, yeah. I love your zoos. That's definitely can typically be a problem. Typically be a problem with updates. It kind of like bricks it can brick your mods. So sometimes the modders have to do updates when updates come out. So that's pretty cool. Let me show you this. I will show you the the shark kind of lagoon that he sent me. He's working on. They're kind of dark, but it's still pretty cool. Hey, Warble-glurp. Let's see. Image. Let me find where I put his shark image. And like I said, Drew and I are going to have him on tomorrow. Well, what in the world? Let me just go. Let me go just save it again off Discord. Hold on one sec. Okay. This is like his shark lagoon. Baby shark doo 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 doo. No, King Terra, I have not seen his African penguins, but he was telling Drew about it. So yeah, this is kind of what he's messing with the shark. I may have one more picture of the sharks. Let me search. I don't remember if... Let me see. I think Drew actually sent me that on Discord. Let me just go back and see real quick. Yeah, me too, Bold. I think that's what's going to be good about tomorrow. We're going to ask him about his modding and oh god, some of you guys, you're really going to crap bricks on this one. I'll show you the shark in a second, but check this out. What he's also messing with. Planet Prehistoric, anyone? So much poop. So I don't know what that guy's animations look like, but somebody out there wanted some dinosaurs. This is let me show you this top-down view of the sharks. And these are an early rendition as well, so he's said he's made some progress with this. Image, yes please. Here we go, kind of like your top-down view of them. Have not seen the walrus. Let me go back and see if I have one more picture of... Oh yeah, I've got... Well, let's see. I don't know if... Let me see if I can save this where you guys can actually see it. It's a GIF of when he first tried to bring the sharks in. Let me remove this one. Tell me, you guys may be able to see that move. I'm not sure, but that's kind of like when he very first tried it. Said he was working on the fluidity of the swimming, but still looks pretty cool, doesn't it? You imagine us building like little aquariums in Planet Zoo, have sharks and sand sharks and stuff swimming around. Yeah, and you know, like sand tiger sharks are aquarium believable, you know. I think the longest, I'm not into the weird great white shark stuff. I think the longest a great white shark they ever were able to keep it in captivity was maybe 6 months. I think it was either an aquarium in Japan or it was Monterey Bay in California, but they were able to keep one for that long, and then they actually had to release it because they can't be in aquariums. It just messes them up. But these sand sharks and stuff really can become like well adjusted to aquarium life. But I thought that is cool that this guy is trying this. So yeah, that's what we got to look forward to. And like I said, Drew and I will kind of get in and ask him a bunch of questions tomorrow and see what his plans are. My biggest thing is like what I was telling Drew is, how far does he take it? How far does he take it before, like, does Frontier get mad? Or do they, like, send him an email asking him to stop? Like, how does that go down, That's kind of like my biggest wonder. When is it too much for Frontier where they like step in and they're like, excuse me, sir. Oh yeah, Silver Fox, remember the Atlanta Aquarium has 2 whale sharks that apparently do pretty well. But yeah, like you said, massive tank that they're in. I'd love to get down there and see that in person. Come out of here, little buddy. Violetta. There she is. She's glitching. Oh, that's Meggie B. That's our big one. You guys remember her? Our little chunk. Haha, yes. Lion Rider, we will be having him on tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6. And this is kind of creeping me out. Let's move you over there, Maggie. Hey, Jake, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I was telling Drew I pass off old Suyana later this evening. He's been fluffied. Yeah, I kind of messed up the seal habitat. They can't get down from there, so I kind of have to place them over here myself. I got to go back and fix that. Where's the time, though? We're doing all these multi-million-dollar expansions. Where's the time to fix it to where the seals aren't trapped at the top of their exhibit? Smash the Trash has stopped by. Thank you, buddy. We are freeing my seals right now. Seal up the habitat and fix it. Space Fascist is here. This guy's acting like he's seen some things. Buddy, are you okay? Maybe because we left him out here by himself. Let's see if this helps. The puns. Okay, he looks a little more normal now. Is he going to flop off of here? Wonk, wonk, wonk. Hey, basic builder. You'd figure this would be like a good little spot, like the sun would have this rock really, really warm. I'd take a nap on it. Oh, there he goes. He's back. Oh, Drew actually trying the campaign like a nerd. I like it. This is my favorite part, like just watching the gray seals swim. You guys think we'll ever get sea lions? I was thinking today like sea lions, like the North American beaver, manatee, platypus maybe capybaras. Is that how you say it? Capybara? They're kind of like watery little rodent creatures. You like semi-aquatic type creatures, right? Capybara? Hey, see you, King Terra. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Yeah, Bold. Drew and Bold come on today. She's like, it was weird, and like nobody did any streams today. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Oh yeah, Lion Rider. They were bragging on your actual lion revamp that you did. I have not seen that yet. Oh, they were saying you guys did a good job on the walrus too. They were asking me if I had seen the walrus. The lions look cool, but they're like his hair and stuff is almost a little jello-y, isn't it? Like it's like he's like a luxurious Disney Mufasa lion, whereas I would like to see it like a little more wiry, I guess is the right word. Does that sound right? Wiry? Yeah, capybaras. Yeah, that's like Drew said, no flow in the mane. It's like just almost just like staticky and jello-y. Ah, yeah, Asiatic lions. NutraHirsch was telling me about that. Really, really lesser known type lion, but really cool. I believe they're like, Jonas, aren't they more of like a jungle type lion? Like what I'm talking about is like the Indian jungles, you know? I think that's what he was telling me. Hey, thank you, Michael Stone. Luxurious Mufasa. Yeah, their manes look like they're made of clay and not actual hair. Yes, yes. But we can't deny they did a pretty killer job on the African elephants. Even like look at the long eyelashes. You guys like how I brought in the Jungle Tour truck and just kind of plopped it out here like it's a prop? Ah, Indian savannas. Gotcha. Oh, no, I have not. Lion Rider, if you want, send me over some pictures right now before we get off here, and I'll show them off, and Drew can save them. Or if you want to send them to me in Discord, Drew can save them for tomorrow, too, so we can loop them kind of while we're talking to you, and everybody can get kind of like a sense of what you're making happen. Silver Fox says, we need a liger. Apparently, they really do exist. I think I saw one of those on Tiger King. Asiatic lions are more of a dry forest, scrubland, grassland animal than jungle. Ah. Interesting. Thanks, Holly. I'm going to lose my theme park touch, aren't I, though? Because I don't, like, even really touch Planet Coaster much anymore. I am, like, strictly a zoo dude now. I'm strictly a zoo nerd now. At least until Planet Coaster 2 comes out. Oh, yes. Drew said he'll put him in a... Okay, so Drew, I'm going to show you this. Look at Lion Rider's remaster. The skin tone does look cool. It looks a little more weathered, like you would expect, like a big like bull elephant that's lived as long as he's lived. Let me pull this up for you a minute, and you guys check Lion Rider's version out. Da, 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 da. Okay, check this out. See where it's almost like, do you understand what I mean? Like the Planet Zoo looks really, really good, but it's almost like cartoony a little too much. Whereas Lion Rider brings in a little more grittiness to it. Really, really cool. Even the weathering kind of on the trunk. And like look on the back of the trunk. How it's, see how like the Planet Zoo one is kind of all of the same shade. Whereas Lion Riders is just shows that kind of cracking and weathering a little more, you know? That's pretty stinking cool. Hold on, let me show you guys. I want to show you guys his sea turtle as well. Let me, hold on one sec. Let me go back into Discord and pull this from there. It's got the tortoise lion. Oh, let me show you all Lion Riders. Early work in progress bald eagle. What did I do with the eagles? Here we go. Definitely pretty cool. Gives me like Dead-Eyed Duck vibes. Drew's like, don't show them everything. That is pretty stinking cool. Bold said the Red River Hog is ballin'. So yes, Lion Rider is on to some pretty neat stuff. And I think as far as the install procedure goes, it's pretty standard for mods. You know, definitely save your original, you know, I believe it's an OVL file that Lion Rider has you change out. And, you know, just standard, save your original before you try to put that in. So, you know, but we will definitely, he's been cut up on the belly a little bit. We'll definitely get in there and ask him all the questions tomorrow. Yeah, Planet Zoo Nexus mods. Well, guys, I think we have almost shown everything that you would be interested in. And it's time for me to give it up to Eben. I don't think I really have anything tonight that we could really start, that I would want to start and just have to be able to pass it off tomorrow. So, you know, Drew told me to delete Suyana a couple days ago because he said I've just kind of gotten too carried away with it. But look, even almost the whole zoo without that last little see if I can get pretty much without that last little elephant section, there's only 26,000 pieces. Like, Drew and them have that many pieces in some of their roofs. So we've still got a ways to go. Like, okay, like, look, here's the edge of Suyana right here. Like, look how far, look how far I scrolled. Look how, like, that's really how little we've done. Never ever do that. Yeah, so Suyana's kind of, instead of out, Suyana's went up. Or sideways, depending on how you look at it. We need a good top-down view of Suyana, don't we? This is as high as I can go and still get the whole park in. I'll have to get that shot. Luke Christian said he should consider himself lucky he didn't get a key. Yeah, Holly, look, see, we got plenty of space. I tried the little Eben Mass Bandit Drew trick of changing some of the deeper rock watercolor. Doesn't look too bad. I need a little more practice on it, but you know, we'll get there. Cancel Drew. Damn it, Drew. But yeah, I was telling Drew, Suyana, like, is my child. This has like been around. How stinking long has Suyana been around? Hold on, I'll tell you how long. Let me go out to my actual YouTube. Let's see. I will go to the Suyana playlist. And I'll go to episode 1. So let's see here. S. Dan Wolfius playlist. Where is my Suyana playlist? Here we go. Episode 1, April 8th. So, how many days ago was April 8th? 250 days ago, we started Suyana. 250 days. That's pretty stinking cool, isn't it? I did not realize it had been that long. Yep. South America pack. That has been a long time. And you know, that's the weird thing. Like, if we're looking at this right now, I have absolutely no clue where Eben is going to choose. I mean, you've got the area adjacent to them, little Main Street area. So he'd kind of be confined to right in here. You've got the area above the Indian elephants, but you know, that's kind of, I've started out the little adventure tour kind of thing over here. Kind of run it. You kind of have a little space up here behind the seals and the polar bears, but I think that would be a little weird. I'll probably just end up filling that in with jungle. I do not have anything between the African elephants and the polar bears. that is the ending of the walkway of the African lions. So that is blank. Oh, Drew, you'll have to tell me, what do you think of my, like if I don't ever end up putting anything in here? Check this out. I put up construction walls around the old crocodile exhibit, and people were telling me just to leave that like that forever. They're like, that looks cool. Just, we can always just pretend like there's a project going on here that hasn't started yet. Yeah. Eben just deletes like all of the African section and sends it back. Here, I'm done. Yeah, we used mast cam for a little bit. We actually went into Tidged cam. Well, anyways, too, so I kind of mentioned to Eben that I was going to start the saltwater crocodile area over here, but I didn't. So when I send him a message this evening with the park file, you know, I'm just going to give him a heads up. That didn't end up happening, so whatever on that. Over here by Carlos G's nature trail, wide open. I do have a construction wall up here kind of blocking the like the little exit ramp of the tiger, like the tiger temple area. So, you know, obviously there's nothing out here but a massive field. I just have no clue what he's going to do. But he said he already had an idea. So I don't know what he's seen. I don't know what he's seen that he thinks he's going to try, but I am pumped. Oh yeah, hold on, Drew. We got to show masked the. We have to show masked the Rhino thumbnail from earlier that everybody saw. That'll be our last teaser for the evening. Mass Bandit, check out this Rhino mod that Lion Rider has put together. Yes. Is that not badass? That looks pretty stinking cool. Holy poo! Yes, we do need African rhinos. Yeah, Bold said Eben just busts out on like a little warthog habitat. Like I said, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it was like when Carlos G messaged me asking me about building in the park. It's like Eben, like, you know what they're capable of, like, just because, you know, you've seen their work, and it's just like, holy crap, what is he, you know, like, you know something epic's coming. You know, it's like, what is he going to try? Oh, I definitely would too. Yeah, I mean, you know, the little that would have to be a trade-off for me if Lion Rider said, well, you have to get rid of your Indian rhinoceros if you want this. I'd be like, sign me up. Sign me up, kind sir. Whoops. What the hell? Wonder if I can fit this. How do you spell monkeying? We're not monkeying around. Will that fit? I don't even know how you spell monkeying. Maybe that's it. Spell check in the chat, please. Monkeying. Oh, wait, I left out the E. This is like a temple monk. Is he going to let me put the E? Yes. Spell check a word that doesn't exist. Monkeying. We're not monkeying around. Drew, you have to admit, though, these construction walls are adorable. Speaking of that, Eben and Mike, they do some awesome construction walls. Like, if you all, I mean, I'm sure you all have seen Mike's construction walls. They're like almost like they have a mesh over them. You know, like a really cool texture. What they're doing on what Mike and Eben do. But yeah, you guys had a good idea about this. Just leaving this kind of like in a perpetual state of Suyana. Suyana is like in a perpetual state of never being finished. Are we going too Disney here? Like, as long as you have imagination, Suyana will never be finished. Could I do anything straight in this game? Close enough. New exhibit sponsored by Cancel Drew Core. Using the African Indian cloth pieces and recoloring them green gives a nice mesh look. Yeah. Whoops. There we go. Now watch us, we did all that. Watch us come in and Eben he turns this is what he wanted to turn into an exhibit, and we come back and all of this is gone. Okapi. This is probably the part of the park that makes the least sense to Mass Bandit. He's probably like, okay, like the rest of the park I get, but why are there floating mountains for some strange reason? Because reasons, Masked. Reasons. You know, the better question is, why not? Oh, I know, Heather. Jesus, I am going to get I would get a Jurassic World Evolution key before Drew gets glasses. I mean, I get it. It's Avatarlandia. I mean, what are you going to do, man? I mean, it's Avatar Land. That's enough reason. Oh, geekism's here. My buddy Jonty. How do you function without glasses, man? He probably does with like debilitating migraine headaches and running into things. Clearly, this is where he wants me to build. Or, like I said, we come in and all of this is gone. I thought that was the most hilarious part of the podcast yesterday we talked about it in the podcast, but the latest Eben episode with Mike, and Mike's like, dude, I helped you. And Eben's like, you made me delete everything. That's not helping me. I'm like, if that is not classic Mike. Yeah, you helped me. I've got you guys probably don't see it as far as the Steam overlay, but I've got a guy that I'm friends with that pops up, and do you guys remember, I don't necessarily remember his name right off, but he was big on the Bro Nation Discord, but it has to do with Wolf. Is it like, I want to say Lone Wolf Rider or Wolf Ranger, or do you guys remember? He makes like really, really realistic safari type buildings. But anyways, every time I see that guy's profile picture pop up, like this guy is playing Lone Wolf. My God, talk about like a silent master. But every time I see this guy's picture pop up, I think of Lone Wolf. And if you guys have never seen it seems like he only pops up. He's like very elusive. He pops up like once every 8 months, drops like 2 or 3 epic mind-melting screenshots on us. Then you don't hear from him again for another year. And I was just like, I just wish he was like in here and building and like, stayed around regularly. Yes, Lone Wolf. That's what Mike does in Koali. Hey, there's one thing, you just kind of have to let Mike do that because you know what it's going to turn out when he's done. Okay, Drew is not coming anywhere near this park. He just doesn't play much. Yeah. That stinks. Because he is just, yeah. I like fangirl over him every time he posts a screenshot. He like just has my style if I was organized and knew what I was doing. Like that's him. That's Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf is S-Dan Wolf with direction, charisma. Yeah, Drew comes in and deletes Giraffe Valley and puts just puts a bunch of warthogs in here. Yes, high budget realism. That is Lone Wolf. Oh yeah, these umbrellas. I got those off the workshop. Let's give a proper shout out. I found those by Andals. So if you're looking for them, Andal calls them Brawly shades, Broll shades, and that's what he calls them on the workshop. Leaf, gang. Bold says, I feel like I know what plants look like, and then I see Mike's gardens. Oh man, Mike messaged Drew and I today, and he wants to come back on and do another podcast, but he is done for the season. So Mike is about to get back into the full swing of things. As a matter of fact, we were going to see if Mike said he would be in, but Mike, Eben, Beyond Drew, Mass Bandit, and Jonty, we wanted to try to put together like an end of the year Take Two podcast where like all 5 or 6 of us jump on and just have a big end of the year chat. So I think that would be, I know Drew and I's rule is we don't like to do more than 3 because it gets too much, but I think pushing it to 5 with those guys, I think would be worth it. I think that would just be an epic Take Two podcast. Oh, and then of course we got to have Mast on. We got to have a solo episode with him too. But yeah, Mike said he was in, so we just got to find out if we can time it up with Jonty and Masked, and then make sure Drew doesn't show up drunk. The usual, nothing I'm not used to dealing with, but, we'll try to make that happen. Be a good end of the year. Maybe get that going like after Christmas, but before New Year's, maybe. Try to figure out something between there. Or maybe have like some kind of New Year's, after New Year's, like a good 2021 start to the Take Two podcast. Have all 5 of those guys on to start 2021 off right. No. It's encouraged. We just have to keep Drew in check. Because then, he gets upset. He cusses us out. I have to name the podcast something different because he doesn't want to come on anymore. But he has the password to the YouTube account. It would just get really weird if we let him get too sloshed. Drunk podcat. Yeah, Drew will be like, let me tell y'all one fucking thing. You all want to know what I don't like about you? Everybody just goes quiet. Let me tell you what I don't like about any of you all. I'll tell you what. You give me the keys. I'll drive that damn boat. Bold said, get S-Dan drunk, then bring up JWE. I'd probably be really nice about it, though, Bold. I'll be like a nice drunk. I'll be like, Frontier, they did what they had to do. I mean, I understand. I never covered the lead up to Jurassic World Evolution, and I only had less than 1,000 subscribers at the time, and you know they have to make a decision based on their business. They don't actually owe me anything. Oh, I know, Masked Man. This is like, I was just telling them right before you guys popped in, like, this is my favorite part of the game now. Like, just watching the seals swim. There's just something so weird about it. Like, we wanted it so long, and now it's here. I just, like, appreciate it so much more. Yeah, Heather said, Dad's Dad will drunk email them. You know, hey, Delia, I just wanted to fucking bring something up. I know you weren't there. I get that. But hear me out. They didn't give me a fucking JWE key. I'm like in a Wendy's. Sir, this is a Wendy's drive-thru. What the hell do you mean? Did I ever show you guys? Look, the Jeep. What the heck? Get back down there. Look, the Jeep tour is going to get a shot of the seal enclosure. Isn't that cool? So see, you'll be riding by and get to look down on them. I think that's pretty stinking cool. You know, I don't think we placed one piece of scenery other than those construction wall pieces, and that's what we were supposed to come in here and do. You imagine Drew and I on like a 12-hour drunk live stream? Like we just started at like 8 a.m. We just go from like 8 to 8 one Saturday. I was going to say that'd be pretty fun. Like we could do like some kind of charity live stream, like pick out some kind of organization to help. But then I just thought, well, wait a minute. If we're going to do a drunk live stream, maybe we might not be the best partners for that. Oh, wait a minute, Bluefin. I keep offending Bluefin with my naked keeper box. Where is that? Blue, have you been drinking? I don't even know. Where is it? Sounds like my drunk uncle ordering a roast beast. My God, you have to almost like take out like a payday loan to eat at Arby's nowadays. Like Casey and I, like on Friday, we usually like eat out. We'll like order pizza or we'll go through a drive-thru or get Sonic or something. We just typically don't cook on Fridays. It's like an easy movie night, whatever. Jesus, we went through Arby's like last Friday. 2 of us now. You know, it was like $28. And I ordered like 2 roast beef and cheese sandwiches with an order of potato cakes and a sweet tea. And I'm like, what the hell? And Casey ordered like 1 of each. And I'm like, $28.50? Jesus. No wonder we only eat at Arby's like once a year. Because it takes me like a year to forget that 2 of us, I'm like, we could have went to like a nice restaurant for that. Hold on, I need to get back on topic with Bluefin here. Bluefin has spotted I have left out a naked keeper habitat here somewhere. But I don't know where. The price for Arby's is too damn high. RVs. No, RBs. Hold on, I am on the hunt for a naked keeper hut. Bluefin keeps spotting, but I don't know where it's at. Bolt said, we have 5 freaking kids. It's like $80 to go to McDonald's. When you start getting out like towards the Midwest, like where Drew lives and all that, they like the Hardys stop becoming Hardys and they become something else. Like what the heck do they call them? It's like the same thing, not Jack in the Box. It's weird. It's like to us they're Hardys, but to Drew he calls them like Frank Juniors or something, Carl's Jr. Yeah. That's weird, isn't it? And I don't think Drew calls soda. He calls it like pop. Like, I'm going to get a pop. Yeah, give me 2 cheeseburgers, a 6-piece nugget, and a pop. And I'm like, Drew, I will pop you in the damn head. It's Coke. See, I told you, it's pop. I remember being so pissed at how expensive any semi-decent burger is. Yes. Like at some point, we passed $10 for a decent burger. Bees for Planet Zoo. Yes. I could get behind that. Okay, still on the hunt for bluefins. Where can I pull this up? Can I pull it up here on buildings? Oh, you're probably talking about this one, aren't you, Bluefin? You people sullied my good name. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's going to get us now. Yes, Bluefin, we need to cover up that naked... we need to cover up that naked staff room building. Yeah, I know. It's like as soon as we talk about them behind their back, they have like this little radar antenna pointed. Then they have to come call us out. Come on, theme park man. Just give it panties. I know we do need to give the staff. We need to think better about our staff placement. Oh my God, they're giving Mike hell over that. He's still trying to cover the Australia pack DLC. We're going to be like 3 or 4 packs ahead of Mike. Mike will get around to it, though. One of these years, we will get Mike's true... Hey, Drew, that's what we need to do. We need to ask Mike his feelings on the Australia pack when we get him in there. Mike said, truthfully, I've learned that it's a lot more fun to not make YouTube content. I don't know, man. You might be in trouble because I kind of told everybody you're actually finally about to get a work break. So we may be getting more content from you. I hope I didn't jinx your work break or cause you a bunch more messages. I've learned it's fun to, you know, do other stuff and then sabotage your YouTube channel by making videos of random shit. Well, you know, I like your rib videos. Casey does too. She was watching. She's like, you need to do more real life things. I'm like, what? They don't want to watch me drive to work and come home and take a shower and like, what are we going to do? Set up a camera behind me as I stream to them? You know what we need to do? We need to have Mike, while he has caught a break, come in and just do some Suyana foliage work for me. But I'm afraid that it would I'm afraid it would devastate me if I came in and like, you know, this section of the park was gone. Shower cam. Or what would happen is Mike would get into the park and be so disappointed and depressed, he would just like send me a nice note back saying he didn't have time, and then just like go cry in the shower for like an hour as he's sending me the link back. Planet OnlyFans. You all just thought you were getting a nude staff building. Thought wrong. Things are getting a little weird around here. S-Dan taking showers and then setting up a Planet Zoo OnlyFans. Let's just see here how I can lazily kind of appease Bluefin Manta here. Let's see. This gets discussed often in the Planet Zoo Discord. I want to know what you think. Which do you think is more likely? Aquarium DLC for Planet Zoo or Planet Aquarium as a different game? But I would say Aquarium DLC for Planet Zoo over a standalone just aquarium game. I think when you're talking standalone aquarium game, that may be getting a little too niche. So yeah, I would say some kind of aquarium pack if it ever happens one day. Planet Aquarium would have its own game if you wanted dolphins and that sort of thing. So what, 4 aquarium animals do you want then? Choose wisely. Choose your next words wisely. They may be your last as a Planet Zoo player. Oh, I've chosen my words wisely, Shantae. Perhaps you should have done the same. Okay, let's just see if I can pull this off without offending Bluefin too terribly. I could even block the window there. Like aquatic, how do you do that without just a crap ton of exhibits? Yeah. If we're tracking the same way Coaster did, then at this time next year we'll have an Animal TMTK and no more new DLCs. Old Mike could be right. That's a little depressing. A little depressing, but I know I don't admit it. I know I don't admit it too often, but Mike has a little bit of a knack for these development cycles. So let's hope not. Let's hope maybe because they're only doing like 2 animals a pack, it'll have a little longer lifespan. But, you know, we'll see. Way to bring down the mood, man. Frontier is extremely predictable. They play it safe. Let's see. For me, I like watching people play Planet Zoo, but I'm waiting to see Planko 2. Yeah, we will collectively lose our minds when Planet Coaster 2 comes out. I think that's probably like when people like Drew and I could see us making the switch back. And then all the Planet Zoo players kind of be mad at us for, like, abandoning it. But I think you're talking 2022 before that happens. So I still think, you know, hopefully Zoo still has a good bit of life left. But, yeah, you know, we are theme park nerds at heart. So, you don't know. You don't know how all this is going to play out. Touch pools are awesome. Children are the ones that suck, and unfortunately, kids want to touch the animals. Yeah. Oh my God, I feel so bad for the little stingrays at the Ripley's Aquarium in Gatlinburg. It's like their entire day is being tortured by 4-year-olds, like thrusting their hands at them inside the tank. And like the one person working there is trying to like keep their eyes on 50 people, and like 30 of them are like little snot-nosed kids like sneezing in the water and The guy at the Shed Aquarium said the stingrays love it. They have a deeper area where they can get away. That's cool. All right, there we go, Bluefin. We've got you a little staff building dressed up now. Bluefin said he was not going to come back and watch one more stream if I did not finish that. I went ahead and took the water out of these little, the plaster out of the little ponds, because now that we've got like the little bit of blue hue that kind of comes through, we don't really need that anymore. It just kind of looks a little better with that gone. Bluefin's like, I never said that. Stinking Rays deserve it. They killed Steve Irwin. Oh. You've just like... Silver Fox has just like peered into the Matrix. If they make a JWE 2, do I get a code? Mass said, to be fair, Zoo and Coaster are pretty shallow too, Jamar. They didn't have Universal attached to those titles. Yeah, that's what, Jaunty, a lot of times. I know it sounds crude, but Jaunty has like coined a really interesting expression for some. Look, we got more penguins escape. One of Jaunty's expressions is with some of these, like with these planet titles, even Jurassic World Evolution to an extent, is Jaunty says as big as an ocean and deep as a puddle. So it's, Jaunty brings up the gorgeous, beautiful animations and the artwork, but if you're in it for the real gameplay, you can be left feeling really, really shallow. So, that is an interesting take. Where are the crocodiles going? I don't know. It's I was thinking about putting them over here, like kind of in the like starting like the jungle, floating mountain type area. But I don't know. I'm just going to wait and see what Eben does and then kind of decide. Oh, yeah, Mike, we were talking about that with Mass just a few minutes ago. The way they did this swimming with these seals and the penguins, just an incredible job. Heather's like, I don't find anything shallow, but that's me. Horrible said, I keep finding mine inside rocks. Coaster designer. Hola. Surprisingly, Mike hasn't harassed me about my waterfalls in a while. Even though every exhibit has to have one. Look, the penguins don't have one. Matter of fact, the penguins and the polar bear does not have one. I get what you're saying, though. Eben is a treasure and we must protect him. Can't just dole him out to anybody. They don't have waterfalls yet. I mean, you could. Yeah, Holly said, not yet they don't. I don't really know kind of what else we could mess with other than, let me just see if there's any little nitpicky stuff we can do real quick, and then we will turn it over to him. Like I said, I'm literally going to get, when I leave here with you guys, I am going to save it and get him the workshop link, and he's about to go on break, so he will be taken over. We'll have to stream some other stuff because Suyana will be gone. Yeah, waterfall off of Elephant Tree into Giraffe Valley. Hey, don't tempt me. Silver Fox said ship him a JWE code. Imagine my surprise when the new cascading waterfall set was a friggin' block of rock with an animated texture on front. I hard facepalm when I saw that in early access. I know, you just know, like, whatever Eben decides to do in here, it's going to be majestic. Like, it's the only bad thing is you're going to be able to tell, like, my trash, like my yard sale, compared to his whatever he does. So that's good. Just hopefully it's not too standoutish, but it is going to be epic. And like I said, the thing is that's cool and weird is when we got off of the live stream yesterday and we were still talking, he already said he has an idea of what he wants to do. So, I told him, I said, it is totally up to you, because he's like, all right, man, what are my parameters? What do I, like what kind of animal do you want or need? And I told him, I'm like, I want you to 100% surprise me. I am sending you the park. Nothing will hurt my feelings. You just do you. Whatever you think works in Suyana, you just make it happen. I am not going to send you a message. I'm not going to ask how it's going. You just completely floor me. I want to get the machete worked on so he feels bad. Well, technically, Mike, he's going to have it tonight. But I'm not sure if he may start working on it this week. So he doesn't really have a timetable on like, hey, I need this back by, Monday. I just told him, like, you just take it. Because that's what I told Carlos G. Did I ever show you that, Mike? Look what Carlos G did for me real quick if you have a second. He built me the Amani trail. Check this out. It's a nature trail with a suspended overlook, like a suspended path. I mean, check this shit out. This is all Carlos G. Look at the netting he did on this retaining wall. And he even has like the little, like the rocks and stuff set up right here to kind of, make the, make them, not try to get so close up to this fence. And he even has like little natural trails that dead end right here. Like this is, even over here at this large eucalyptus tree he did for me. Like, look, it has its own little path that you can go around the tree. And look at the moss and stuff he hung in it. Like, I almost died when he sent this. But I've used that tree everywhere. Like that is his. Like even look like kind of coming into the shopping area. Like he has made me fall in love with those eucalyptus trees. Like look how much shade they provide. It's got the moss hanging off of them. Like that really cool gray kind of Spanish moss. And you can totally walk through the trail and get to the other side, and you can exit through the over to like where the tiger exhibit is. But this is all his. He even has like a little backstage gate area. Even put me some bongos in here. Look at the path supports hanging from the trees. And he's got that really awesome secondary layer of fencing everywhere, just to keep people and animals back alike. Thermostat. And the guests love it over here. They're always up in these trees walking around and messing around. And he did this in like, I think he may have had the park for like 10 days, 12 days, and he didn't work on it the whole time. He was actually going home to like see his parents, and he just kind of did this while he was on a little bit of a school break. But yeah, this is the Amani trail in here. Just fit Suyana perfect. And then see, you can kind of get off the beaten path here a little bit. Come in from that way. Take this little path. I think it's, did I add in an R? It's Amani. There we go. Amani Trail. Armani. Buongiorno. But this is just so stinking cool. Look, he's got him a little pond over here with the drainage. Overflow pipes. Really, really grown up retaining wall. And then, of course, the bamboo. I think it was Mike that was telling me a lot of zoos, they'll go with filler with the bamboo because it's like cheap. It's like a cheap filler. That's why you see it a lot in zoos. I believe it was Mike telling me that. One of you guys were mentioning that. And then back down the trail. Armani merch. Get your Armani trail merch. Yeah, guys, here is my meerkat exhibit, if we had them. So, it's implied for now. Here's another Carlos tree I took. He's added a few of them together. Got the moss hanging. Just killer looking silhouette. I love Frontier is at their best when they make their trees. The trees with exposed bark, like this tree, the Brazilian nut tree, even the big wamba tree. I just always think Frontier's tree models look the best with like the really, really exposed bark. Like even the willow trees look cool, but they seem a little bulby. Like, look at the willow tree right here. Like that looks pretty believable. It's just kind of like maybe a little too like ballsy right there. But I would imagine willow trees are hard to design. But I plopped one right here, kind of by the Flamingo Lagoon, and I think it just looks really cool, kind of sitting at the corner of here where you have to make the decision to either go up into the shops or peel off to the penguins. Oh my God, Mike said unchecked bamboo can grow 2 feet a day at its peak. Yeah, Lion Rider, you can try. If they made the willow as you'd like, you'd probably have a tree that breaks the balance of the game. Yeah, I just, I'm like in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, look at this, Mike. I'm thinking like this is our in-game willow tree, but I'm thinking one of the size of this modded eucalyptus Carlos tree. Like, you know what I mean? Like more round, like overall like roundness, and then the long draping. Whereas this, it's more ballsy. Like, you see what I mean? It's like they have like a big giant basketball underneath them. Whereas I'm more this. Let's take a look at them if any of you guys don't actually have the pack. These are our options. So this is the first one. Not a lot, more like what I'm talking about, but just not a lot of exposed bark. So see, still cool, but I'm used to seeing them, like, see my cursor right here? I'm used to seeing them almost fan out more. Number 2. Kind of a thinner, taller version. And then the my favorite version that I've been using is number 3. Love that bit of exposed bark. Probably, I love willow trees. Willows are probably like, willows are my favorite tree. Hey, even that kind of is what I'm talking about a little bit. That, you know what? That is kind of more almost what I mean, like from willow trees around here. Like I mostly see them at like golf courses and such. That actually, I could probably just save that as a blueprint. That version doesn't look too bad. It's like the more beefier version that I'm used to seeing. But you know, I've heard willows are really a really slow growing tree. So like the ones that I see that are that big, you're talking like, you know, probably over 40 years old. These massive like golf course willows. Hello, yes, willows do grow out from a major branch structure and then gravity pulls it down. To make them in CG, there are certainly some things that have to be sacrificed. Yep. I can see that. But what I was going to tell you guys, okay, so willow trees are incredibly fast growers. I thought they were slow growers. What I was going to say is, you know what I would love to see is like some big Charleston, South Carolina type, like angel oak trees. Let me see if I can find you all, like, just so you know what I'm talking about. Like when I grew up in Zephyr Hills, Florida, and we had a park that had these massive oak trees that hung down to the ground, but they're like, some of them are like as big around as a small car, like some of the branches, and we used to play on them. And I think that Frontier, like I would just die in my seat if Frontier could pull this off. Let me show you all this tree. And yes, we're talking a lot of exposed bark. Sorry, not sorry. That's kind of a tiny little crappy picture, but let's see if I can find a better picture. Where is a little bit bigger than this? Here we go. Let me try this one. We're going from one extreme to the other. Check out this beauty. You imagine if I had that in Planet Zoo? Like I said, you all wouldn't get to see me play anymore because I'd be dead. Joshua trees, pretty cool, yeah. Willows are old boob trees. We definitely need big oak trees like this. See, Mike said, sad thing is this could have been a thing that we could do and then made faux branches that are mostly root in a giant trunk. Yes, Sumi, exactly. That's where I've seen some of the larger ones. But yep, that is one of my biggest wants, a large oak tree. But yeah, anyways, guys, I guess we are pretty much wrapped up here. I am going to go ahead and get this saved, message Eben, get it over to him, and we will. Oh, don't forget, we've got a Take Two podcast tomorrow with Lion Rider, 6 o'clock on the 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on the Take Two podcast channel, and then we're going to follow that up where Mike is going to come back on with us for a solo podcast with him, and then we will take it from there and kind of see how things go. And I'll probably maybe just stream some Cyberpunk at the close of the week, or tomorrow when I get done with the podcast with Lion Rider, we're going to jump into Bold's Zoo, and I'm going to try to create her a lion habitat. And we're still going to have some fun this week. So thank you guys for stopping back by. Drew said, what was the name of that umbrella shade cover again? It's like Bali shade, I believe. Let me see what he actually calls it. It is Brawly Shades by Andal. Brolly Shades. Mike said, oaks are spectacular. A tree that destroys itself over time. Yeah, that's insanely interesting. I love them. I actually use the Brawly shade over here right where they would give the keeper talks for our African elephants. I just thought this would be a good place for them, Drew, because look, I mean, everybody would be kind of congregating right here, listening to the spill, and we've got benches back here. Anybody that needs to kind of sit and listen, and you could like kind of halfway be in the shade right here while they're giving the talk. So that's kind of why we went with the shades right there. And then, of course, kind of like our little offshoot here as well for the giraffe, which are probably boxed up because I don't see them out here. Is that giraffe taking a nap on that rock? He's like, don't touch me. The floor's lava, you idiots. Well, if he's comfy, I'm cool. But yeah, guys, so like I said, thanks for stopping back by. Don't forget to jump into some more of our mischief later on this week, and we'll see what we get into. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. See you guys.